Hi, my name's Kay, and I invite you along to journal with me for a week that I spent as artist in residence at a studio and museum. It's a very beautiful place. I go there every year, but I will talk about more on that in a future video. For now, I am working on the pages. That was the week that I spent there, that included that week at least. So you saw me spritzing my watercolor pan. I like to kind of spray it ahead of time so it's all nice and juicy and ready to use. And I am working on my weekly pages. My weekly pages are very functional for me, but I, like to decorate them also. I have here some Days of the Week by Pocket Journal Pam and Courtney Diaz and Loveland's Life, and also my own. So there's a mix on here. I've used a variety on these pages. I'm also working here on the week to come, or the week that I'm in, working on this as well. So I'm starting with this day on the 8th, and I went to Trader Joe's, and so I love the packaging at Trader Joe's. I really like cute packaging, and so I had some that I actually saved from previous visits to include in here. So that's what I'm cutting up to include. I had already started the page, and I'm just trying to finish it up with a little bit about Trader Joe's. The other little bits on this page include my bits from my own Patreon sheets, and also I believe that little scrap on the left is by Courtney Diaz, like a piece of one of her bits. I could be wrong about that. And then next to it, though, is a piece by Pocket Journal Pam. The journaling is good for my spirit, and I totally agree with that. That's something that I go to as relaxation and fun, and it makes me appreciate the mundane things in life that I might otherwise fail to be grateful for. So I do like the habit or practice of recording my days and basically making the most of them. Here I'm basically kind of recreating the shopping list and the things that we like to get. It's not where we do the most of our shopping. For one thing, it's not very handy to us, but I do like to go there occasionally for certain items, and so I was kind of writing down what some of those were. I have gone back to using sticky notes to kind of record what I need to on my days. Since I shifted my journaling situation again, I no longer have that extra month's view. So I'm still kind of feeling my way on that, but for now the sticky notes work well. Took a little walk with my husband at sunrise on this day, or shortly after sunrise really. And so that's why I painted that little sun there. I have some film strip stamps, and I pre-stamped some of those on some sticker paper so they would be handy to cut out and use. And then now I'm cutting out these people are something that I pulled from my sketchbook, and I'm kind of trying them out as stickers to see whether there's something that I might want to include for my patrons next month. So I'm kind of testing those out a little bit. I'm doing a little lettering in here, and as I often do, I misspelled a word and had to do a little repair. I don't worry about it too much. It's for me, this is not about perfection. This is a place where actually I am free from perfection, and it's just my place to be a little bit relaxed about and just kind of record the events of my day and kind of ponder and think about things, and worrying about having everything just perfect just gets in the way of that. This line from the morning church service really has me thinking this day is the life you're living getting in the road of the life you want. Really makes one stop and think, and talked about how much time people spend on things that probably aren't what they really want, and it's just kind of like the things we default to. So that really made me stop and think a little bit, so I've been kind of thinking about that since then. I'm using a really inexpensive, I'm talking maybe $4 or $5 from Amazon, fountain pen that I have filled with, it's a green ink. I can't remember the name, but it's by, I will have to look it up because I don't remember right offhand. But so I feel it's a fountain pen that you can fill with ink, and so I have filled it with a lovely green ink that I'm using to work on this day. I do love fountain pens. I don't love spending a lot of money on fountain pens because I don't always take great care of them. So inexpensive ones kind of work well for me. I am thinking about using some little bit, upgrading a little bit on those, but we'll see. Time will tell. This is just a little bit from a, I don't know, brochure or something of the Red Barn Museum that I was going to be at as artist in residence. This Monday the 11th is the day that I went there, and it's in a little town called Lindsborg, Kansas. Like I said, I will try to make a video kind of tell more about it later because it's a fascinating and wonderful place and a neat experience to be there. So I don't want to go into that too much right now, but I'm just in a little bit of journaling about getting ready to go. It was a busy day of getting packed and everything rounded up, and what art supplies I need to take and everything, and then driving there. It's only about an hour away, so that part wasn't a big deal. It was exciting because I was meeting a daughter there to spend the week with her. She's also an artist, and so it's always fun for us to spend this week together at Lindsborg. So I was excited about that. We went out to eat that night. One of our favorite places is the White Peacock Coffee Shop. It's right next door to the Red Barn, and so I had some stickers from there. And then jumping back to the previous pages, I'm painting in that word morning that I messed up and fixed, and you know, it's a little less obvious now that I painted over it. It'll do. I could go back with some white out or white paint and cover that up, but I honestly probably won't take time to do that. So just adding some washi tape in. I have, for my top tier patrons, get like a physical pack of collage bits, and I usually give them some washi tape wrapped on a card. And so that collection of cards that I had that I was using to pull some washi tape from were past ones of those, because I always give myself one of those too, and they're really handy to just have carry with you. Speaking of carrying with me, I am really sorry about the lighting. I know it's pretty awful, but I'm not doing this at my normal location, and you know, the lighting's bad. It just is what it is, so sorry about that. Hopefully it will be better next time. So as I finish out the pages for the time I was there, I think I'll just go ahead and start some music for you, and just hope you enjoy working along with me in your own journal. Okay, that wraps it up for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.